Interesting, just put it right there. I promise I won't get any worm juice on it.
I was worried about that.
And it's hysterical because as a zoology major, all these pages were, covered in various worm juices. It shows that you actually use the manual. Don't be so sterile. At any rate, it's interesting to look, they look somewhat similar. They're both tubular reproductive system. But look at the female. Basically, you've got two uteri right there, bifurcated, genital pore, vagina, and basically what has happened is these two uteri are now wrapped up in ovary and oviduct. Do you see that? So if I could actually pull both of them apart by the ovary, I could bring them out like that. So the finest tube, it's one long tube, but the finest part of the tube is called the ovary. The next larger one up is the oviduct, and the largest one is the uterus. So uterus, oviduct, ovary. Are we right with that? Now, I'm not going to do a whole big comparative thing. I could, on a test, do that if I showed you three of them. But I'm probably not, but I'm going to show you from an academic standpoint what's going on. Now, this is, who did this dissection? This is an excellent dissection because, notice, and this doesn't happen too often, the genital pore, vagina, all of this is in perfect tact. How sweet it is. Now look, check this out. I don't want to break it because these things are very fragile. Don't attempt this at home. Okay. How cool is that? Does everybody see where they're joined there? That's good. You see that point right there, where both of them are joined, genital pore, vagina, and then notice the two uteri coming down. Does everybody see that? Say something.
Yes.
Okay, another thing. Notice this long flattened structure running the entire length. That's the intestine. That's easy. Look, here's the intestine. Got it? And it breaks apart, but the intestine is that big, long, flattened structure running the length of the animal. Does everybody see that? Look, there's the intestine. Got it? Perfect. All right, now to show you some of the other parts without massacring this too badly, because I really like this is a good job here. So I'll take out part of it. Now look. It's one thing to see it in a picture, and it is another thing to see it in the flesh. All right. Okay, there's one of the uteri, okay? Uterus, and then the next size down would be oviduct. And then I defy you to go out and get a bowl of spaghetti afterwards. Oh, ramen noodles. There we go. You love biology. There we go. Uterus, ovary, uterus, oviduct, ovary. Do you see that? Yeah. Ovary being the most fine. How cool is that? Just like in the picture, right, of uterus, oviduct, ovary. I'm not going to do that on the test, but I want to be able to show you. You should know obviously the uterus, and that's the largest one. All right? Are we all right with that? Let us do the male. Okay, so what structure is this right here?
Intestine.
Intestine. And that's what?
Uterus.
Yeah, and again, I'm not going to ask you to differentiate those two. That would be kind of tough. But you can see the animal is all reproductive machine. That is it. They lay hundreds and hundreds of eggs. Where is the male? Okay. Oh, we'll take this apart. Sorry.
Okay.
My precious probes have been reduced to pins. All right. These are a keeper, though. These ones here we will keep. Are there others open? Yeah. Not that they're not valuable, but we're all right with that. So let's take a look at the male. You know it's a male if I have them side by side because of the hook, right? Right off the bat. Tubular, but now we're dealing with male parts. Testes, ductus deferens, seminal vesicle. As I said before, that's not somebody that went to Florida State. A seminal vesicle. That would be a seminal vesicle. Anyway, bad joke. Here we go. Testes and then ductus. Okay. All right, let me take that out. And again, kind of looks like the female. Again, you're dealing with one long tube. There is the intestine. Long, flattened structure. Do you see it? Say something.
Yes.
I always want people to react so that they see it. That long, flattened structure, again, intestine. And now, testes will be the most fine